Good evening, folks. I'm Spritzer, and this is the Situation Patio, where news and information from around the world is gathered simultaneously on the screens behind me. Then we review it, rewrite it, and decide what we're going to tell you. We're live here from the villages today, where old folks come to retire, and their adult kids with no jobs move in to help them. But before we go to the weather desk to bring you an update on the tremendously huge, large, devastating, and I'm about to think of another adjective that means really bad, horrible hurricane headed towards Florida, Dorian, we have breaking news. We want to make sure that everyone's aware of the recent closures for this week's hurricane. As you can tell, my cameraman has just had a stroke. We've got problems this week with the closures here at the villages because of the hurricane. So I want everyone to be aware. The See You on the Other Side orientation has been canceled until after Dorian passes. Wheelchair badminton, oxygen tank yoga, CPAP bridge, and all of the 4 p.m. blue plate specials have been moved to 3 o'clock. These are the troubles that we have here in the villages. But you must understand, out on the patio, things are constantly breaking. And after our weather desk update, we will have an exclusive report for you, and only you, from the CNN patio, with Jim Cantori of the Weather Channel, who has arrived in South Florida, which kind of means we're screwed, and is going to take you, the viewer, along for a ride on a Hurricane Hunter. Let's go to the weather desk with Buster Hyman. Thanks, Wine. I'm Buster Hyman, and let's talk about the 5 o'clock update, which just came in from the National Hurricane Center. At this point, Wine, what we know is that absolutely nothing about where this storm is going to go other than west. As you can see from our most current satellite images of the storm, you can see that the cone of uncertainty is quite large. That's because at this point we don't know what effect the Bahama Islands as well as the jet stream are going to have upon the storm. So you can see that the head of the cone of uncertainty is quite large because the area that it will penetrate is quite large. When we take a closer look at the storm, you can see what we in the meteorological world call sac storms. These sac storms are near the base of the cone of uncertainty, and as the cone narrows and stiffens, getting ready to release the fury inside, the sacs will become closer to the cone of uncertainty, and as the storm begins to release its fury, we have absolutely no idea where that's going to be in Florida. But I can tell you, when we look at the various models that have been generated, and at this point we have the most important models that we've been tracking, Wine, the Morse code model, which makes its way up into the Daytona Beach area. This is what the flatline model appears to show as a bit of uncertainty, and then pretty much everybody on the East Coast goes flatline. The Euro model takes it right through West Palm, but we do know at this point, Wine, we've been told for sure that there is a wall that's been built around Mar-a-Lago by President Trump, so it will not go there. It will hit there and move around and probably wind up in some sort of illegal immigrant station. And then we have the Stevie Wonder model, which, as we always know, is generally what they all are at this point. Potentially the storm could be anywhere by tomorrow evening, Monday evening, and Tuesday. But it is quite certain that it will hit somewhere in Florida. And so, to give us a better look at what the storm looks and the eye of the storm looks like at this time, we're going to go to Jim Cantori, but he can't bore you, up in a Hurricane Hunter. Thanks, Wine.